Good afternoon. I'm Jennifer Gerson with the Pinecrest Business Association, and welcome to our member spotlight. I'm joined today by Joaquin Azar of Bean Automotive Group, also known as Lexus of Kendall and Lexus of West Kendall. Thank you for joining me today, Joaquin.
Well, being here today is already making my date a lot better.
I mean, this is fun, right? This is the good part of our jobs.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into Bean Automotive Group.
Well, I'm happy to be part of the Bean Automotive Group. I'm Dominican born, married for over 30 years. Happy to have 3 grandchilds, one on the way.
3 grandchildren. So
Yeah.
then how many children
So
do
I
you
got
have? You must have 4 children.
4 children that is truly our joy, which is my daughter's name, Joy, also.
Oh, I love
So
that.
I'm happy to be part of this community and all what we do there.
And so let's talk about Bean Automotive Group. How long have they been around?
Bean Automotive Group has been actually servicing this community for over 50 years.
Wow.
So this is part of our commitment. We've been growing. We started the US1 facilities in Pinecrest. We expanded to West Kendall. We got 2 great brands, which is Toyota and Lexus, our body shop facility.
Mm-hmm.
We have our mission, which is to deliver on every customer expectation, a customer at a time. And our vision is actually to be the leading automotive group in the industry. We serve our communities, our associates, and our customers.
How long have you been with Bean? Just a couple years, right?
A couple of decades, a little over a decade. It's almost climbing to 23 years.
23 years.
23 years.
That really says something for them as a company, right? To have longevity of employees like yourself for not just years, but decades of working with them. It says a lot for their mission and vision. So going back in history a little bit, has it always been Lexus and Toyota?
It's always been Lexus and Toyota. We have an old brand, which is probably not around anymore, but we have grown to that. Toyota had another brand under the belt that was Scion.
Right, that's right. I forgot about those.
They're still around some, and we still service them. But to give you an idea, part of our vision is that throughout this pandemic, we have no furlough.
Fantastic.
No let go of anybody, which is actually a statement of their employees is our main asset.
Mm-hmm.
It's our commitment to it.
And that's a commitment of local business taking care of their local employees, which is the depth and breadth of Pinecrest Business Association. That's what we strive for. And Bean Automotive Group is an exemplary example of what businesses should be. So, and I know worksite wellness is a big part of Bean Automotive Group. Can you go into that?
Absolutely. Yeah. For the last 3 years, we've been very proud recipients into that. Things are planning, our HR department, and when we come together as associates, if you're healthy, you perform well, you're happy, you make your customers happy. And we as a group, we may move forward towards that. A great sample of that also is that we create the career path. So we hire somebody and what are the opportunities that you have in the company? Where can you achieve? Where can you go?
I think I met at our last luncheon. You brought one of the marketing girls, and I believe she started as an intern, and she now continues to work with you guys.
Correct.
So that's a testament to what you're saying.
Absolutely. We started with internships with FIU is a sample of that. We've gone through 4 or 5 interns. Mm-hmm. They're now in great positions in the community. And now we are proud to have our marketing department in-house.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Correct. We don't need third parties. We don't need somebody out there, not that they have anything wrong, but we need to grow ourselves. Our department is in-house, and she's part of that too. And we continue to grow that.
As a marketing person, I think it's important to have your marketing in-house because it's the people that really understand the brand, understand the company, understand the mission, the vision, and are in the daily grind of it. So I mean, what better people to market your products than those that are infused in the daily business of bean. And I know you guys have expanded over the years. You started off, at Lexus of Kendall, but now you have a giant place out in West Kendall as well. So tell us about that.
It's a great facility. We have Lexus of West Kendall and West Kendall Toyota in the west. We got Kendall Toyota and Lexus of Kendall in Pinecrest. We have a great body shop facility in 120th, and we're happy to announce that soon we'll be actually breaking ground in a brand new pre-owned Lexus facility in Kendall.
Out east, up here.
Our east, which is a better way to serve our customers there.
Of course, of course.
It's a lot of things to engage, to be part of the community, and part of provide service.
So let's talk about community. I know you guys are very involved in the community and you're totally community driven. So let's talk about some of the things. One of the things I learned this year, and I didn't realize it was not just this year, that this has been something that's going on, I think, for 10 years now, is that you give a car to the Teacher of the Year, to the Miami-Dade Teacher of the Year, correct?
That is great. For the past 11 years.
11 years.
11 years under their Kendall Toyota brand. They've been great. Michael, Raul Gandarillas is through Dade County Selected Teacher of the Year. We award a car. So that's what we support. We key supporters of education. And what a better way to actually show it with the actions. And look, who are we now? Are you online? Are you going to school or anything? And they adopt it. The teachers are truly the pillars of this community. And we recognize that year after year.
Absolutely. And as parents, I think we this year we gained an understanding of how much the teachers actually do, because, as parents, we've also had to pitch in to help our kids through school. At least I know I spend many more hours of doing schoolwork with my son than I had to in the past, but all well worth it. He's doing phenomenal. So that's all that counts. And, but yes, the teachers are a pillar of our society.
No, I grew all my respect this past year and a half, because now we are not only IT solvers with the computers, now you need to be a teacher. How do you understand actually the assignments and the things? And kudos to the teachers. We know what you go through every day and the value that you have for this upbringing.
Big kudos to the teachers, big kudos to the parents, big kudos to YouTube. Thank God for YouTube.
Hey.
I would not be able to teach sixth grade math without YouTube, but it has definitely helped us many a nights.
Absolutely.
So, the community service, let's go into the values of Bean Automotive Group. I know we touched on it in the beginning with the mission and the vision, but what are the values of Bean?
You have to have a foundation. You have to have a goal. And you achieve that through leadership, respect, the trust, and the passion. You need to like what you do. You need to have a passion to serve. And further to that is putting into action. You can have it in writing. You can have it in saying, but let your actions speak. And this is why we really push ourselves, especially now, getting together. Our doors being open throughout the pandemic all the time.
So you guys didn't have to shut down throughout the pandemic?
Well, thanks to our strategic planning, thanks to actually thinking ahead, we've been able to serve. We've been able to be the frontliners. We've been able to actually, regardless of curfew or anything, we obey everything, provide everything that we need to have for PPPs and everything, but we've been open all throughout, yes.
And how did that affect, people need to service their cars throughout the pandemic as well, right? So how did that affect service? Did you guys have to do any type of pivoting or changing of how people would bring in their cars for service?
Well, since people were actually quarantined, staying at home, not many people were driving. Now we're coming out a little bit.
Traffic is back.
Well.
We both experienced that on the way here.
So,
this morning, I sat in traffic for 45 minutes on US 1. And now coming here, we both experienced traffic too. Traffic is definitely back in Miami-Dade County.
Absolutely. And actually appreciate traffic because there's more cars on the road, you know. And
Business is booming. Business is
yes,
back. If there's
absolutely,
traffic, business is
absolutely.
back.
Just be courteous when you drive. You know, we know where we are. We're a little fatigued or anything, but let's just think twice before you get rage or anything, and be polite. But going back to service, this car's been sitting for a while, and the tires get affected. Just the simple pressure on the tire is equal to safety. And whether it's a myth or not, also save fuel. So you need to service your car. You need to change the oil. We got the 4 great facilities to provide that. But we're very mindful and we follow up with the people. We have the service that we can provide the pickup at home or at the office and bring it back to you.
So you'll pick up the car and pick up the car, service it, and bring it back?
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh, there's nothing better than that.
Yes.
That's one of the things I don't like is having to wait for the car in
Yes,
service. And so funny story. I used to have a Lexus and now I have a Toyota. So in Lexus, you pull up and they just give you a loaner, or they
Correct.
did at that
Correct.
time. In Toyota, they don't give you the loaner. You have to wait.
If it's
I'm going
truly
back
a
to
need,
Lexus next time.
well, we give you the same service. It's the same white glove, actually, service and attention they provide to every customer, which is the core of what we are. You need to listen to your customer. What do they want? So your perception that because you have the Toyota and this and that, we have a courtesy van. They can take you
Yes.
back and forth. I can pick up your Toyota at your house or at the office, and when you are at the credit union and say, Jennifer, they're here for you.
I'll take you up on that.
Absolutely.
100%. So we're talking, this is all about relationships, right? And relationships are key to any business, whether it be community relationships or relationships with your customers or relationships with your peers. And I think from what we're talking, you take that to heart, obviously, and so does the company. So how do you incorporate that into your values and your daily work life?
Well, you need to serve. You need to interact with the people. Like I told you, you listen to them, you know what do they need. You give them choices. We give you choices for you to make a decision, and be informative of what is around. Who are your neighbors? What are your communities? Because it's not just drive by a facility and not identify actually the people, who we are. We host a lot of events in our communities that they're not driven to actually come and buy a car. Know our people. We live in our communities, and that's the way we actually incorporate our mission and vision into it.
That's fantastic. So I'm sure you have other initiatives going on. Tell me what's up and coming.
We've done a lot of things little by little. We provided a car through the business partners in the West Kendall community, through Baptist of West Kendall. We selected actually 2008 car, and everybody in the community pitched in to really paint it, new tires, new dashboard, new interior. And through the board of the community partners, we selected somebody in really need and provided them with the car.
So what was the selection process?
They'll vote through a process, and the vote will be actually the board or the community business partners. And we were fortunate enough that somebody was in really need, and we saw the meaning and actually what it meant
That's
to
beautiful.
these people. They lost their job, that they have a child with special need that they couldn't actually take to school because go to separate school. And the lady was kind enough to share with us the story. And that's something that, that's your takeaway, the good that you do for others and the meaning of our company and the community together, because everybody did that all together. So that's something we're proud of and we continue to do also.
That's fantastic. I also think I read that you're involved with the FDOT with a no texting and driving campaign, correct?
That's correct. That's something we've been doing for years. And for example, FDOT is very interactive with it. And since day one, we have to learn what it is, because you can read and be part and not pay attention, but acting of it. We go to school, and they select the schools through the partners, and usually we save a crashed car in our body shop, and we place it in front of the schools for 2 years before. And it's a very strong presentation from FDOT and the Miami-Dade Police and the partners, because it creates the awareness of what is going on.
What can really happen?
What can happen? What's that car doing here? You know, what happened here? And once they get all together, we'll come and do the presentation. How can you avoid that pain? You pay attention, take your eyes off the road. And hence that nowadays, we're fortunately the car, if you don't have your eyes on the road and you veer on the left or the right, it'll put you right back.
It pulls you right back in the lane.
If you're going to actually speed, you know, you're going to have probably a collision. It will brake for you. It makes you aware of it. But don't depend on those safety. We can make safe cars, but we need to take safety.
People need to take safety very,
very seriously.
Seriously, yes.
And what better way to educate the kids? And now we're educating the parents also.
Of course.
Because if the parents are doing it and the kids are watching them, that's what they're going to bring up themselves to actually do. So.
But the shock value of placing the car at the school, I think that really resonates with them to see what could happen, because, you know, every time you turn around, you're at a red light or you're driving behind somebody that's driving really slow. It's because they're constantly. And as we learned, we were talking about our speaker in the PBA luncheon last week. One of the takeaways, we were talking about the takeaway you had. One of my takeaways was, there's no really such thing as multitasking. So a lot of us are driving down the street, eating breakfast or lunch, trying to get to our next meeting, and texting someone, letting them know we're late, right? So you're obviously not paying attention to the main thing that you're supposed to be doing is driving and getting to that meeting. And so the more you're on the phone or trying to shove lunch down really quick, you're really not gaining anything. But
it's like you say, multitasking. Either you're doing one thing correct or you're doing a lot of things that are not right.
You're doing a lot of things wrong. Yeah, right. Correct. Exactly.
So,
exactly.
And I like that presentation, the shining the light through a flashlight. This is your concentration, your now moment. And these are learning steps, you know. I'm not perfect.
Nobody is.
Nobody is. We don't pretend to be.
How boring would life be if we were all perfect?
Yeah. But it's tough, but it's good to recognize that you can make changes and you can accept an opinion that this could be better.
Yes.
And starts with us, you know.
Of course. You have to be open to the criticism and know, you know, we could always better ourselves. You know, nobody's perfect.
No. But we learn from it.
Nor do we want to be. So we've talked a lot about a lot of things, but one thing that I wanted to end with is customer service is key. And you've said that a couple of times, you know, relationships and values and visions, but customer service at the end of the day is key to maintaining customers and having repeat customers and being a pillar in the community. And I think that you guys do an exemplary job of that.
Oh, that comes not from me, I can tell you. That comes from our daily principal, Ms. Lori Bean, is hands-on. Our leaderships, our CEO, our CFO, our HR, everybody comes from the top all the way to any ranks that you can have. We all have a title, but we all do one thing, and we need to really provide the utmost highly customer service that you can be available to. How do you do that? Listen to the customers.
It's very
simple. There's not such thing as a waste of time. People usually tell you, you know, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. Just listen and use the time and for good. And it's going to be good situations, bad situations, but be part of it. Don't do nothing. That's the wrong perception.
Oh, absolutely.
And we are committed to really provide even an opinion so you can make a decision. And we support local. We support that, you know, if you're going to buy a car, if you need to service a car, even if it's another brand, give us the opportunity. And like I told you, if something's not right, we're here. We have an open door policy. Everybody pays attention. Everybody's empowered to make a decision that the final resort is to actually serve the customer.
Absolutely.
If you don't come back to me, there's no way we can have a business relationship, have a social relationship, and grow together as a community. And this is what it drives us. That's the takeaway that we have. We support a lot of charities out there that I see that you're involved with the Cancer Society.
Yes, I am.
We've been for many years. I've been co-chair of the Relay for Life. We know where we are. The last time we went to the Cancer Institute because of security, and we know what we're going through the exposure. We did it outside. So didn't take away the meaning of being able to support, especially we're one of the really proud sponsors of Little Like Bella.
You are.
We are.
That's right.
And actually the childhood cancer it's something that, imagine what parents go through.
I cannot even imagine. Cancer is horrible at any age. And I lost my younger sister to cancer a few years ago.
Sorry to
And thank you. But I can't imagine being a parent and having a child diagnosed with cancer. I mean, forget about heartbreaking. There's not even the words to describe what they go through and how they feel. But thank God for organizations like Live Like Bella, and thank God for our local children's hospitals that help support the parents throughout those trying times. It's incredible what they do for families.
Absolutely, and for us, being supportive is really a commitment that we have, because there's a lot of people in need, and we are in need ourselves. That's a feedback that you take, that you can be part of that journey, and a lot of good things happen too.
Yes.
Good.
Sometimes good things, or many times good things come out of
good
bad
things.
situations. So how else are you involved in the community? I know you're on the board of Pinecrest Business Association with me, but how else are you involved? What else do you do? I know you're very busy.
It's there's 1,440 minutes in the day.
We had this.
How do you use it? It's up to you. Drive yourself. Don't sit down and wait. Be part of it. We're part of many chambers that we're so proud of it, like the Coral Gables Chamber, Pinecrest Business Association, the West Kendall Baptist Hospital Community Partners, the Beacon Council, the Greater Miami Chamber of Commerce. And these are the people that really get the feedback. Where are we moving? What are we achieving? And what can we do better? And by participating, you get to know more people. Your friends become your customers. We create relationships.
And your customers become your friends.
Correct. We create relationship with the customers. That's how we grow. So my day and my weeks go just about that. People. We all might have a title or anything. We have a commitment. It's to sell, provide, give choices. And we're looking forward to continue. We got 700 plus associates that we are proud to represent, and we value each one of them. So we're looking to actually, with our new facilities, to continue to grow and provide a lot of opportunities. In fact, we're hiring.
Oh, you hear that, everybody
Absolutely.
watching?
We're hiring. If you go
They're
to beingauto.com, you're going to find a lot of opportunities. How you're going to have a career.
Not just a job, but a career.
We don't have jobs.
Correct.
If you want a job, it's probably something else. But we create careers. Take me an example. Take the people that work with me. It's over 20-some years. There's a lot of people that I look around and say, no, I'm the only one here. And it's for a reason.
And I'm sure you've done many things within the company along these 23 years.
Oh, yes. It's mainly is the same thing. You can do anything that is in front of you. You're responsible to take action for it.
Yes.
Like everybody else.
I agree. So if you're looking for a Lexus or a Toyota, reach out to Joaquin, or to Lexus of Kendall, or Lexus of West Kendall, or Toyota of Kendall, or Toyota of West Kendall. Thank you for joining me today. It's been so nice speaking to you. And thank you, everybody, for watching. The Pinecrest Business Association, we have our May, can you believe it? May networking luncheon coming up on May 18th. We are going to have a marketing panel on that day to talk about marketing in 2020. 2021. A lot of things have changed over the past year and a half. So we're going to be offering that along with Harvey's Barbecue as our caterer. Everybody loves Harvey's.
Absolutely.
And we're also working on some other fun events coming up in over the summer, and hopefully a night networker in the month of May. So stay tuned for more information. Go to pinecrestbusiness.com to register or stay on top of our calendar of events. Beanautomotive.com.
Beanauto.com.
Beanauto.com.
Absolutely.
If you'd like to reach out to Joaquin, you could do that as well. We'll put his contact info up on the screen.
Real simple. 305 Kendall.
305 Kendall. There you go. You can't forget
Easy
it.
to reach there.
Easy to reach. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. Thank you to
pleasure.
Grant and Michael Miller for hosting us. And thank you, Tommy, for making it all happen. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.